Second update on Open. So here we go, another update on Open. We essentially had a tight move up here, a nice rejection, and I said you wanted to hold this 814 area on Open. You're now forming basically like a little bit of a pennant here where you're making higher lows and kind of lower highs. You're getting these wick rejections here on the daily candles, but you do have this red star coming up as well, and it looks like the MACD is starting to round out here, especially after getting some extra volume on Friday. You're currently above all of your EMAs and MAs on daily on the daily candle, at least where we are currently as I'm talking about this. And I believe, again, as long as we're holding this 814 area, that you're ready to go for another leg here. I would watch, again, the big trigger here is 1075. So you see, obviously, and for those of you, if you haven't watched the other Open videos or anything, this line that I put here at 1075 was here before this big move up, right? So that was there, and this will continue to be there because this is a decent area of resistance here on Open. So if we move up here, we get a nice little push. This now has the legs to break this and go even higher. And I will, again, like to highlight, I think the market is very frothy in the sense that there's a lot of dumb money going around. There's a lot of story stocks that are going to continue their stories. I know a lot of people are bullish on Open. They're saying how it can do all these great things and stuff. I would like to also reiterate, coming back from the lows of this 50-cent price about 6 months ago, it is now up 2,000% on equity. Nothing really strongly material can change for a company. I mean, anything can happen, right? But to warrant a 2,000% upside appreciation. With that being said, you have other market mechanics like short squeezes and whatnot that help bring the evaluation back up. So it's not a bear thing. It's just a matter of highlighting how much this has appreciated over time. The other thing I really like from Open from a technical standpoint, hard break up, a little bit of retracement, consolidation, another move up, retracement, consolidation, another move up, retracement. This time you didn't really get consolidation. Another move up, consolidation. This was the one time that it kind of broke the trend, but debatable. You still remain above the 21 EMA and consolidating even further, even tighter. So as long, again, as we're remaining over 814, if you want to extend a little bit extra risk, you give it to the 21 EMA. As long as you're above that, which right now is pretty tight risk. 21 EMA is trading at $7.80. So you're really only risking like 40, 50 cents downside here on Open. And watch that 1075. Breaking over that 1075, you're more than likely going to flip your daily MACD. Your RSI has cooled enough where you're still maintaining bull momentum at a 55. You'll break that red star. You're going to push here very hard. As long as the bulls don't let this fall here, I have very strong belief that Open will push to the upside here. The only other thing that will sink this short term, and this is definitely a risk because it's something I personally believe will happen very soon, is an offering. I think the CEO would be foolish not to drum up more revenue with having an offering. But with that being said, nothing ventured, nothing gained. From a technical basis, hard pushes and retracements, people are going to continue to try to short this thing, especially, again, as I highlighted, how much it's appreciated in time. People have closed out their shorts. People have opened new shorts, continue to get squeezed. I think there's an opportunity for this to go higher. I personally would not give it much higher than this 1947. I know some people think it's going to go to $80. I strongly disagree, or whatever you think. Right now, just to keep you guys grounded, it's a $6 billion market cap. So it's not out of the realm of possibility for it to realistically get to $80. That only puts it at a $60 billion market cap. And I say only, that's very big, but still. But for a company that, unless there are people that are like aggressively shorting this thing continuously and continuously fueling the dragon here, that would be a very far-fetched dream. But with an equity trade here, I'd be very careful with options, but with an equity trade here, it does offer some decent risk to reward here on a story stock. Let's make that abundantly clear. It's a story, it's a meme, so make sure that you understand that risk before you consider Open at this evaluation.